Well, I'm trying to figure out if they're talking about the actual fish or catfish, like faking somebody online.
I think they're talking about both, I want to say.
I think so. It's Kirsch and Emyle, 606, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.0. We got some smooth, like R&B in the background today. I like this. 66 to start your Tuesday morning off.
You have the voice for that. Has anyone ever told you that?
Do I really?
Yes. Like
it's
you've done this
great
before.
Tuesday morning with Kirsch and Emyle. All right, so it's National Take Your Children to Work Day. Is that right?
Please take my children to work day. So I'm going to hand you my children to take to work.
Nope.
So,
you have a 1-year-old. I've done that. Been there, done that.
You're good.
It's color TV day.
Okay, so do you remember, did you ever watch black and white shows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time you saw it in color? Was it weird?
No, I'm not big.
No, I'm talking about
like black and white shows in color?
Yeah, like when I Love Lucy transitioned to color. Because I can't watch the color, TV version of I Love Lucy. I can only watch the black and white ones. It's weird to me. I don't know why.
You know what? I'm with you on that one. Yeah. I hear you. Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. Emily, yesterday we talked about whether your husband would allow you to ride the zero turn.
One, yes, he allows me. So you're welcome.
Okay.
I love the word allowed. But no, I really do have to ask permission for that one.
Well, it was so funny because yesterday it was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I get a text from Emily that said, he's going to let me ride the zero turn.
Doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Yes, you are. We're going to do this on air. I want to see you ride the zero turn on air. I have a question for you, though. Do you ever see him do things around the house or in the yard or something like that where you're like, oh, this is going to turn out poorly. Somebody's getting hurt or whatever. Does that ever happen to you?
Yes, it does. And,
what kind of stuff?
Anything outside yard work wise, or if he doesn't see maybe bees or something, that doesn't always look like it's going to turn out well for me.
It's so funny you say that. So not to go too nerdy here, but do you know what a rose of Sharon is?
No.
Okay, it's a bush, it's a shrub, tree type thing outside. We have one right out front, and it grows huge, and I have to trim it back all the time. Well, I let it get out of control, so I had to really get after it yesterday. I had to get a ladder to get up to the top of it, because the thing's 10, 12 feet tall, and I needed to trim it way back. So I fell off the ladder into a thorn bush, which I still feel like I have some of those in my leg. But I also got stung twice by bees while doing it.
One, I'm glad you're okay. I'm just saying, that sounds painful.
Mrs. Kirsch isn't in town right now, and I told her about this last night. She's like, why? And I totally forgot about this. She's like, you fall off the ladder every time that you trim that thing. And the problem is, it's in the mulch beds and stuff, so I'm crooked and trying to get up on the ladder and stuff like that, and I always fall off. So I just wanted to see if I was alone.
Do you need a new ladder?
No, I mean, it's the fact that I can't put it on a sturdy surface.
I feel like we need to find a solution to this for you.
I'll tell you what the solution is. She loves the thing, right? She loves this bush because it gets these big, beautiful flowers on it every year. I hate it. It's the bane of my existence. The solution is a chainsaw. I just need to take the thing down.
You know what's funny is I feel like you're nice because my husband would be like, if you love it so much, you can take care of it and do it yourself.
No, I know she loves it, so I want to take care of it for her, and she loves when it flowers, and it is a pretty thing. Yeah.
I want a pool. And it's a whole thing about how I would have to take care of it. Do you think I would take care of it? I don't have a pool for a reason.
No. There you go.
I'm just saying.
All right. Well, there you go. I guess next year, next time I trim this thing, it'll be another time up on the ladder that I end up on my face in the mulch beds. Emily, you said the Hilliard police are doing something interesting that you didn't know how to feel about this.
It's giving Home Alone vibes. I'm not going to lie.
Home Alone vibes?
Yes. So they're planning on, if you're planning to leave town and you live in the city of Hilliard, you can fill out a vacation house check form to request officers keep an eye on your home. So
okay,
you're probably confused by the Home Alone vibes. You know when Joe Pesci's the fake cop?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just had to start the Home Alone music in the background here. So wait a second. They'll come over to your house and make sure everything's okay?
Yes, which I really like that, but also would that make people know you're out of town? What if they
Well, that's what I was wondering.
If and you're
the
not
cops show up at your house. And then next thing you know, I mean, the cop is showing up in a plumbing van and stealing your stuff.
Yes.
And leaving the water running.
Yes. And that's what, yes, the wet bandits strike again, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I love the idea, but how often do they check? I need to know. I have questions.
See, probably like once a week or something like that. I clicked through and I was looking at this link that you sent me, and I think it said once a week they stop by just to make sure everything's okay.
But I guess I'm also the person that has someone watching my house, or, well, when I had a dog, staying with my dog at the house, because I don't stop the mail or anything. I'm like, no, you're never, I mean, even though on my social media, you'll know I'm out of town, but nope. Other than that, no.
Do you
idea.
live post when you're out of town?
It depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Like this last time I was in Florida, I kind of just forgot.
I mean, the biggest thing you need to do, like if you're going to be away for a while and your house is going to be empty and you're worried that somebody's going to figure that out. I mean, stop the mail, do that kind of stuff. But the biggest thing you want to do is leave your 9-year-old at home. And he'll just make sure that everything's perfectly fine.
Kevin McAllister needed this service. We're just a little too late here.
I like this. I like having the Home Alone music playing in the background. It puts me in a Christmassy kind of vibe.
It's halfway to Christmas, right? Today?
It is really?
Yeah, today is.
All right. Well, there you go. We'll call the Hilliard Police if you're over there. Well, no, don't call the police. Go to the, what is it, hilliardohio.gov/vacation house check.
Yes, you're going to have someone call and go, Kirsch told me to call.
You can't do this if you're in Lancaster or Delaware or something like that. Hilliard only. Morgan Wallen and Ernest, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9 with Kirsch and Emyle. Is his name actually Ernest? Is that his first name? Do we know?
Now you have me wondering. I thought it was. Yes, it is.
She just sits. It is?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're younger than me.
You Google so fast.
You see, you say that, but I also Google wrong half the time.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
Luckily, this one was easy. I just typed in Ernest.
There you go. So it is Ernest is his real name?
Yes, it is.
What's his last name?
Smith.
Is it seriously? It's Ernest Smith?
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess the only way to make that more generic is just to go by Ernest.
Yeah.
The new excuse we're using for everything
is this is going to ruin the tour.
Like Justin Timberlake when he was not to poke fun of a DUI arrest by any means, but when he got pulled over, that's what he said to the cop. He's like, "Man, this is going to ruin the tour." And
the cop, who apparently didn't know who he was, said, "What tour?" And he said the world tour, which I think is hilarious because that's just so on point for Justin Timberlake.
He is the most, we were just talking about this off air. He's the most memeable person ever. You've got the It's Gonna Be May, now his mugshot, and the It's Gonna Ruin the Tour. There are other Justin Timberlake memes out there, aren't there?
There's so many. But so, the internet is coming together like they always do in these situations. And it's trending now to give every excuse possible on what's going to ruin the tour.
Using that excuse, I mean, seriously, minor inconveniences. Like if I stop and get gas on the way home and, the gas pump has the little bag over it where it's like, you can't pull up and use that one. This is going to ruin the tour.
Got C boarding group on Southwest. This is going to ruin the tour.
Oh, that is the worst. If you fly Southwest, you're really trying hard to not travel well if you get C group. Like that's... How do you even get C group?
You know what? Don't make fun of us C groupers sometimes, okay? Sometimes we oversleep through our alarm and forget to check in.
Early bird. Buy early bird. Then the tour doesn't get ruined.
Sometimes we just want to live for a vacation lifestyle we cannot afford, okay?
It's $20. I mean, like, seriously, buy early bird. Let's see.
That's going to ruin the tour because I'm living for a vacation that I can't afford.
It's going to ruin the tour. That's the new excuse. So try using it today.
So sometimes I see things and I think of you, Kirsch. You're welcome.
No. What is this one?
It's a new vacation trend that I know you're just going to love. It's destination dupes.
Destination dupes. What are those?
So apparently Americans say they'd be interested in a dupe of a vacation to save money, like going to Memphis instead of Nashville or Napa instead of Tuscany.
No, hold on. Nope. Let's roll that back just a second. Going to Memphis instead of Nashville?
Yes, because apparently they're the same. They're not.
Have you ever been to Memphis?
Yes, I have. And I've
been to Nashville?
Yes, I have. And they're not the same.
that like Memphis and Nashville are as close in like personality and overall vibe and everything else. They're as close as like Chillicothe and Los Angeles. Like that's seriously, like that's how far apart they are.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of going to Epcot at Disney and saying I'm in, Mexico or Italy. Because I'm not in the real thing.
Right. That's destination dupes. Yeah, I'm in Italy because I'm at Epcot. No, you're in Florida. Have you ever? Wait a second. Totally off subject because I know you're a huge Disney World fan.
Yes.
Have you ever looked at Google Earth at Disney World or like?
No, I can't say I have.
Satellite. It's crazy. Look at that. It'll ruin everything for you. It'll be like, wait, it's just a bunch of warehouses with really nice fronts.
I feel like you're always trying to ruin my good time.
I'm not trying to ruin anything. It's real. But no, don't go to Memphis instead of Nashville. It can't be that much less expensive, right?
I think it is. Have you been to Memphis?
That's true.
One of the ones I also saw was the Columbus Zoo instead of Walt Disney World. I
go
can't.
Ride the rides over there instead of Disney. There you go. They're fun. There's a roller coaster. There's stuff people do every day that it's like, it's expected, but it's a pain in the butt.
Is it though? I guess it depends on the thing, right?
It does. So we came across this list and figured we'd share it because there are things we need to stop doing. Like the one that's on here that I see happen all the time. When the Kirsch fam goes out for dinner and we get an appetizer or something like that to split, no one will take the last piece.
Oh, that's funny. Why not? I would.
I don't know. It's always first, sitting there.
But
Yeah, I do too. I do too. And often I don't even want it. But everybody makes me take it.
And you're like, I feel like I should get my money's worth.
Right, exactly. What are some of the other ones on here?
When you have something stuck in your teeth, I can't stand that when people don't tell, or like something on your face. I will tell you because I think it's rude not to. But there are people who will just like ignore it, and I'm like, why? Why are you being rude? Do you know
a fun joke to play? I do this all the time to poor Mrs. Kirsch.
Okay.
So she'll be like, do I have something in my teeth? And my reaction every single time is, oh God. And she's like, stop it.
Oh, poor Mrs. Kirsch. I understand her struggle.
All the time.
And here's one that I don't agree with, actually, that's on this list. So I need your thoughts. Not wanting to be rude by calling someone out for being rude. I'm the person who I will call you out for being rude. I don't care if that sounds rude.
You know what? I don't know if I will. Just because for me, I'm a Midwest guy. I've got the Midwest mentality. It's like, oh, let's just all be friendly and nice and not get into confrontations and that kind of stuff. And most of the time, if I call somebody out for being rude, it's not going to change their behavior.
I know, but it makes them recognize it in the moment.
You just want to fight. You want to be like, you're rude.
You know what? It's the Gemini in me, right?
Here we go. with the horoscopes.
I had to throw it in somewhere.
What about the biggest thing as far as social etiquette rules we need to get rid of, as far as I'm concerned, is the constant expectation that everyone is always immediately available by text or phone or social or whatever else.
Yes. And like when people apologize for not getting back to you, I mean, it's okay. I understand. It's just let my thoughts go. If it's a real emergency, I'll just call you.
You texted me yesterday, and I think I texted you back like 6 hours later. I'm like, whoops, sorry.
I don't care about. Yeah, I'm like, I don't care. I just need to get my thought out before I forget it, because that happens a lot too.
Exactly. What are some of yours? Text us 99103.9. New Country, fewer commercials. New Country 103.9 and El Auto Rapido. Before that, Luke Combs. That's fast car in Spanish. I took 4 years of Spanish at the esteemed Bowling Green State University in order to say that on the radio.
So that was your life goal right there?
Yeah, that's why I took all that Spanish.
I love it. I love it.
Just past 8 o'clock. The question I wanted to ask is, it's kind of a Reddit themed thing. There's a thread on Reddit called Am I the A-hole? And it's basically where you can go on and tell a story or something that bothers you and ask that of Reddit, and people can tell you whether or not you are or not.
Sometimes we both can be, right?
If you say so. So here's the thing that I was wondering. It drives me crazy when people mispronounce words or use poor English.
You correct me every single day.
Well, it's that one word. It's the one word. You know what it is, right?
It's especially.
You say especially all the time. I'm like, Emily, you've said it especially.
I don't know why. Can I blame being from Kansas? Does that count? It doesn't.
I know
count.
other people from Kansas who don't say that.
I know. It's okay.
When did you move out of Kansas? When you were like
5.
4?
When I was
5. Okay, so no, you can't believe that. Okay, another one that drives me crazy is espresso. Like if you go to Starbucks and say, yes, I want this with an extra shot of espresso. It's not espresso. Did you know that?
I know that actually. It's espresso.
Espresso. How about this one?
What?
I seen him.
Oh
like
my gosh, that
when
drives
you
me crazy.
use seen in place of. Or yeah, I seen.
Oh, it drives me crazy.
I seen 270 was under construction, or whatever.
I was going to say, when my name is mispronounced, that drives me insane. But that doesn't count here.
I can't imagine how anybody would ever mispronounce your name. Look at your radio right now if you're in the car and it says Kirsch and Emyle, but it's Emyle.
Yes.
How many people call you Emyle?
You have no idea.
Or are there other mispronunciations?
Emile.
Emyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could see Emyle. Emyle is a little weird.
It's just Emily. It seems so easy, but YOLO, I guess.
Every other Emily is Emily. So like people look at yours and they're like, what the heck is happening here?
I mean, I'm just unique, like my name.
You are.
You are.
And I appreciate that about you.
You know what else drives me crazy? I don't know why this saying does. It's for all intensive purposes. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
When people say for all intensive purposes?
Yes. Like.
Do you know what the real, because that's the wrong thing.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know the real one, but either way, that just drives me crazy because it's always.
It's for all intents and purposes.
Okay. Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying but it's always in the wrong conversation.
People like to just say stuff that doesn't belong in places. We should do entire breaks full of that sometime.
Ooh, anxiety.
And then lose all of our listeners. That'd be great. That would 100% ruin the tour. Yesterday we talked about the TikTok trend, which was the finger twirl challenge, which neither of us could do.
Correct.
A couple people brought that up to me throughout the day yesterday, and they were like, wait, what was that? So we were trying it, and I couldn't find anybody that could do it. It was where you point your fingers at each other, like towards each other, and you try to spin one direction and the other direction. It's impossible. The new one you saw today is even dumber.
It is, and it's just getting on a flight and accepting the boredom.
So just sitting in your seat and sitting there.
Yes, and not using any entertainments whatsoever.
I could see doing that if it's a flight to Chicago or, I don't know, even New York. I mean, they're not that far. They're an hour and 15 minutes, but an LA flight.
The real diehards apparently won't eat or drink anything, even get up to use the bathroom.
So they just sit down and sit there.
Yes. And here's my thing, Kirsch. Let's start a TikTok challenge because at least ours would be interesting.
It would be better than this.
Yes. And now it's, of course, people are saying, well, people prefer it this way now because of this challenge. No, I like to be entertained on my flight. But I guess that we're going to be the outsiders for that one.
This is like flying in the 60s or 70s is what it sounds like to me. You get on the plane, there's no entertainment, there's nothing to do. At least people could smoke their cigarettes. Could you imagine? I've never been on a flight in my life where people could smoke. I can't imagine how bad that would have been.
No, especially because I can't handle cigarette smoke. Ugh.
And then in the plane, at least they had a smoking section. So, the smoke wouldn't come out of the smoking section and come up to where
people are bored.
You were sitting.
I'm telling you.
Right. Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9 Jelly Roll for you before that, too. All right, so every week at this time on Tuesdays, we play Gen X versus the Millennial, where one of us quizzes the other on our respective generation. And today it's my turn, the Gen X dude, to quiz the Millennial, Emily over there, to see if you can get more than, at least 3 out of 5 in order to win on random Gen X trivia. How are you going to do on this one, do you think?
I have no idea because last time I just completely guessed everything.
You guessed everything and you got all 5, I think.
Yeah, but today I'm feeling not so hot, so.
All right, so it is random Gen X trivia. And when I asked Mrs. Kirsch these questions, she did not need multiple choice. She knew the answer to every one. So do you want multiple choice or no?
I'm probably going to need multiple choice.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way. Best out of 3 out of 5, right? So let's see. Number 1, Michael J. Fox played a character on Family Ties named Alex Keaton. What was Alex's famous middle initial? Was it R, D, or P?
P?
P? Is that what you're going with?
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
It was
I don't know
Alex
how
P. Keaton.
never watched it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that was a famous middle initial. Okay, number 2, what actor did Madonna marry in 1985?
Oh man, I should know.
Was it
this.
A, Sean Penn, B, James Spader, C, Antonio Banderas?
Sean Penn? Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here like I don't think it was James Spader.
It was Sean Penn. There you go. Okay, you got 2 out of 5. Number 3, Sony was the creator of the original Walkman. What was it used for? There's no multiple choice.
Cassette tapes?
What's that?
Cassette tapes?
You're winning today.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right, you got to see how you do on
Yes.
these last 2.
Yeah.
Life cereal had a very famous commercial in which everyone was surprised that a young boy actually enjoyed eating Life. The slogan was, "Blank likes it." What was his name? Was it A, Johnny, B, Mikey, or C, Bobby?
That's really hard.
No, it's not.
I'm going to say Johnny. Oh.
It was Mikey.
Okay,
Mikey
that was my
likes
next
it.
guess. Yes. Okay. And see, that was hard for me.
Last one. What company sold us all 10 CDs for 99 cents that we all still probably owe them money for? Was it A, Sam Goody, B, Columbia House, or C, Express Jams?
I have no idea, so I'm going with Columbia House. Oh, wow. Okay.
Look at you, 4 out of 5 this week. You need to go easy on me next week because
Oh,
I'm
I will.
apparently making this too easy for you. We need to give you your cheers because you just won on Gen X versus the Millennial
Now.
with Kirsch and Emyle. New country, fewer commercials. New country 103.9.